Okay, class, this is video number 4. We're going to talk about what chemicals are needed to sanitize the pool, to kill bacteria, keep your pool water safe. It's a real simple process. Chlorine is the chemical that I use. Some people use other things, bromine. It's a chlorine substitute because they don't like chlorine because they say it bleaches their hair or whatever. You can use whatever you like, but most people use chlorine. Okay, so in the spring, you're going to take the cover off. You're going to want to cover it. I use a 40 by 60 Home Depot inexpensive tarp. I weight it down on the outside with cement blocks, but you can get a cover if you like. Some people do that. The key to an easy life with a pool is to open early. By open early, you generally should be open by May 15, no later. May 1st is better. Why is it better? Because cooler temperatures, it's easier to control algae growth with cooler temperatures. As temperatures warm, if it gets really hot, like in the middle of July and August, it creates a more conducive environment for algae growth. And you want to stay ahead of that. If you get the pool clean early, it'll stay clean all season. But if you wait, and I did this a couple times, I waited till around the 4th of July. I got tied up on other projects. It took me a while to get the pool clean again. But open on May 1st, May 15th, close on October 1st. No later. First of all, it's cold out. You're not going to want to be in that water beyond the 1st of October. So basically, you're going to be open May, June, July, August, September. 5 months. Comfortable swimming, 3 to 4 months. But I go in with my wetsuit on sometimes in the middle of October. It depends what you're comfortable with, but that's what we got in terms of how long your season is. So the first thing you're going to want to do when you take your cover off, you're going to want to test your water. This is what I use. It's a very simple testing strip solution. Can you see that, Suzanne? Mm-hmm. And it only tests 4 parameters. It tests the chlorine level, which is important, obviously. It tests the pH level, how acidic or how basic the water is. That's the top one. It tests alkalinity, another critical factor, and it tests CYA, cyanuric acid. Those 4 things. Now, I've seen people buy these strips with 15 different parameters on them. Waste of time. With these 4, that's all you need to manage this pool. So the first thing you're going to do after you pull that cover off is whip out one of these and see where you're at. So you take it out, roll up your sleeve. You're going to want to submerge this for no more than a second or 2 at about 1.5 feet down. Bring it back up. Don't shake it. Hold it level. And then you're simply going to read what you have here. Now let's take a look. We can see that the pH is somewhere around 7.2, which is absolutely perfect. The chlorine level is somewhere between, it's just shy of 3. It's a little light. I need to add a few more tablets. The alkalinity level is somewhere around probably 60. It might be a tad low. Cyanuric acid, a very critical reading, is perfect. What is cyanuric acid? Cyanuric acid controls how effective your chlorine is. If you have too much CYA, chlorine is ineffective. You could be shocking the pool, adding tablets all day long, and if the CYA is too high, the chlorine is not going to be impacted. Same if it's too low. So you want the CYA to be just right. As you can see, all parameters are perfect. So When I first tested this pool, when I opened it almost a month ago, everything was good except alkalinity was low. Now, alkalinity is critical because if you don't have proper alkalinity levels, your pH numbers are going to be highly volatile. So you want to stabilize your pH somewhere around 7.4. And the way to do that, in my case, it was a little low. So what I did was this. I took a plastic water bottle, drew some water, took it to a lab. You can take it to like Aquarius Pools or in Elliott, Northern Pool and Spa, and they'll test your water. Now, when I tested the water, you shouldn't be surprised by the results, the general results. I expected alkalinity to be low, and sure enough, their chemical analyzer said alkalinity low. But they gave me this printout and they said, add 25 pounds of alkalinity increaser. Now, did I add all 25 pounds? No. Remember in the first video? Never add what they tell you to add. This is a 5-pound bag of alkalinity increaser. 5 pounds. So they were calling for 25 pounds of this. Now, I could have dumped 25 pounds in, and guess what? Now my alkalinity is off the charts. Way too high, and now I have to scramble to try to pull back the alkalinity. So what did I do? Instead of adding 25 pounds of alkalinity, I only added 2 bags, 10. Then I tested. And as you can see, I just tested it just now, the alkalinity is almost perfect. I may want to add another 2 pounds, but that's it. You're not going to have to add any more of this all season long. Once your CYA is correct, your alkalinity is correct, that'll keep your pH balanced. Then all you have to handle is chlorine. Chlorine comes in 2 types. When you first open the pool, you want to basically drop a nuclear bomb on the pool. You want to super chlorinate the water. So what you're going to do is you can get these little, you can buy these in packs of 6. You can get this at Walmart quite inexpensively. If you go to a pool store, the price is double. I never buy anything from a pool store unless I'm desperate and I run out. Get it at Walmart. So, inside here you'll find these little bags. So when I first opened the pool, I really want to give they call it shock for a reason. You are shocking the pool and you are killing any bacteria in that pool because you're going to add 6 or 7 bags of this, and this is how you use this. So picture you just took the pool cover off. You're going to fill this up with water. Always add the shock to the water. Put goggles on, because you don't want to splash it in your face. So you put goggles on, get a pair of scissors, cut this bag open, disperse it into here, then get a stick and stir it up nice. Once it's stirred up, you're simply going to walk around the outside of the pool like this. Now, when you first open the pool, again, you're super chlorinating because you're jump starting the season. And you want to make sure that all bacteria has been obliterated. So 6 or 7 bags of that will definitely kill anything in that pool that's bad or harmful. Now, moving forward into the season, you're only going to use 1 bag of this every week. Just mark it on your calendar. Every Monday, I put in 1 bag of this. Now, something to know about chlorine. Sunlight destroys the effectiveness of chlorine. So when you do add chlorine, do it at night. Wait till the sun goes down. Because when you introduce chlorine into the water after the sun goes down, the chlorine is about 3 times as effective as if I were to add it right now in dead-on sunlight here. It would burn off a lot of the chlorine and you're wasting your money. So wait till the sun goes down, then throw in 1 bag a week. Okay, so there's a different kind of chlorine. It comes in tablet form. It comes in tablet form. These are the little tablets. I personally use non-stabilized chlorine. You'll know it's non-stabilized. It says it right on the container. By non-stabilized, it means there is no CYA in this tablet, meaning as this dissolves in pool water, no CYA is being introduced into the pool. If you continue to use stabilized chlorine, notice the difference. This one's blue, this one's white. This is much harder and denser. I don't use this. I used to, and I used to use this in the chlorinator, that vertical appendage on the pump there. Now here's something that's really, really important. If you use non-stabilized chlorine, the blue pucks, do not put it in the chlorinator. Because what will happen is, this is quite soft. It will dissolve very, very quickly, and the chlorinator is only designed for this much harder stabilized chlorine. But again, I don't use it. So, where does this go? Very simple. This little device just floats in the pool, and when we did our test reading about 3 minutes ago, the chlorine was getting a little bit low. That's because these had melted down. So I just throw in like 3 of them there. And actually, these were the melted ones here. So you simply put the top on it, toss it in the pool, and forget about it. Over time, over the course of a week, that will dissolve. So I recommend testing your water maybe twice a week. If you see it's getting a little low, well, just throw in another 1 or 2 tablets. You'll get the feel for it very quickly. That wraps up this video.